Good evening, everybody. Just turn the telly down a bit. It's just the footy. Bit of footy. Hello, solar engines. How's it going? How's it going, engines? Okay, there's been an update on this, so I hope all my maps are still here. Wait. Where's the map? I was going to do some footy, then I thought, I don't do footy. And then I was going to do... Oh, I got steep today. Steep. Yeah, we still got it. Still working. I was thinking I might do footy, but do a off. Do a do play Euro 2020. Hey, Kipper Films. Hey, Film 99. Let's see what we can deliver. Here's a nice short one. It's Sodulad up to Cars Smacky. Oh, it must be getting old. European Union Lorry Simulation Video Game the Second. This is what they call it in Japan. Lorry Scania! Giant trucks attack! I've just got the footy on its eye. It's all oh shit, it's a double decker. It's all oh, it's so important to all these people. You just think, oh, I don't care. That young man will never forget this night. Oh, piss off. That's loud. Hold on. My week was better than the previous week, which absolutely sucked on balls. It doesn't stop me. Basically, our boss wasn't there, so he wasn't being extremely petty and nitpicky. Probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. Yeah. Sophie, get out of the way. Sophie. Down. Sophie, down. That's no effing notice. Yours was much worse. How was it? What happened this time? Sophie, right. Pain in the ass. Breakism, you're early. I was going to play someone else, but I just thought, nah, let's just do some trucking. I just want to see Man City equalise, and then all Chelsea fans are, oh yeah, it's so great. It's just like, no, I'm gutted. Yeah, I'm back into it tomorrow. They said to me at work, you shouldn't have to Shouldn't have to dread coming to work. Seriously, I'd rather... Oof. How do I get the... are we on? We're on full beam. It's getting late, so it's going to get dark. Okay, we're free to get out of here. Hello, Lonia 3 Productions. Hello, everyone else I've said hello to. Hello, Awful Frankie. It must be so difficult to be completely awful. PS4 controller broke, that sucks. Oh, diving now. Diving's alright when it's the team you support and the winning. Oh no, slow motion replays of fans holding their heads with their fucking posh brand shirts on. It's like, oh, piss off. Works like school, but you don't get paid. Yeah. School, you've got bosses who can just enforce any rules they want. Nobody has the wherewithal to chest them up on it. Oh, they're all diving now. That's just pathetic. It's kind of like a dirty way of celebrating. It's like, hooray, I won the Champions League. Yeah, but you cheated like shit. Story's working fine. Just jogging memory what you were writing. Well, I've got 3 people. Obviously everyone's got better things to do on a Saturday night. Me, I'm trucking around. I got replaced, but the speaker's faulty. Depends how often these speakers actually working. You know, how often you need your speaker to be working. You know, I mean, I put GTA on and half the time the speaker won't work. Oh, you fucking white twat. See that dick? That's right, you're playing Crash Story, that's it. I wonder if they're still faking the crowd noise, because there's not many people there. I suppose the only way you could tell is if you could pick up the swearing and stuff. Calling the linesman a wanker and that. Hello, Starco DNS. Cut up. Today I don't know much. I did a graphic for a thumbnail for a potential... oh shit, this is wrong. A potential oh shit, Euro 2020 tournament live stream where I'm going to play it on Pro Evo. Oh, I've totally effed this up, haven't I? Where'd he come from? I haven't seen that. That's because you're stupid, Paul. Careful now. Down with this sort of thing. Careful now. truck goes fast. The old Volvo has a top speed of 170 miles per hour with the best engine and gearbox. Tested it with all the brands of trucks. You mean tested it in game or in real life? Have you ever collected Take Along? I've heard of Take Along, I couldn't tell you what it is. Take Along. Oh, they're the books. Yeah, they're the books. Oh, they're like... no, what are they? The DVDs, aren't they? But they've got a little handle so you can carry them around. Who the hell come up with that? Okay, guys, I've got this new idea for a product, okay? The DVD of the latest series. Yeah, what's different about it? Bear with me. They've got a handle so you can carry it round like a suitcase. Oh, wow! The guys are effing genius! The guys are total genius! Yeah, bravo! Hang on, what are these? Oh, I thought they were petrol stations, the checkpoints. Oh, piss box. Oh, now we're gonna screw up. Probably should change my... The die-cast metal toys. Yeah, if I could get, like I've said, if I could get access to a proper good model railway, I would make a live action. Oh, they've won it. Look, we're running onto the page. What's that? Steamed hams. I've done the backgrounds. I've just not got round to doing it. I kind of got the impression no one was really interested. Oh no, the billionaire Man City are not going to win the Champions League. Fucking try being in a relegation battle every season. I'll show you what fucking hardship is. You bunch of shites. We bought our success. Well done. Says me, who started my career with a budget bigger than the economy of the whole world. I'll turn that off now. Not watching him lifting cups and stuff. Hello, Zalan Studios. Zalan Ibrahimovic. Oh, I guess we'd better decide where we're going. Must be that one then. We're not going to that little island. Why'd you go there? Christ. You almost want to see it, don't you? Hello, RNG Lennon. Also, sorry I caused you to crash a few streams ago. That's okay. You've all done that at one time or another. Gotta go this way, I think. Finland, the happiest country in the world, I believe. It's not the happiest country in the world. moment. No, Paul is driving on the road. How are you? How are you? Finnish name? I'm very well. Finnish other name? Isn't it great being in the happiest country in the world? Yeah, it is. Guess what I heard? I don't know. Why have you now got a German accent? I'm not sure. I heard Paul is on the road. Oh shit, we are going to die. Imagine a live action remake of Shed 17, yeah. Well good. I mean, the finale might be a bit hard. Actually, on second thoughts, nobody do that. Because I don't want people exploding model engines. I don't want to find out someone burnt the house down. So, no. Don't do it. I remember when I first posted Shed 17, and there was a video online only a few days later, I think it was. Some kids, and they had the plastic toys, and they were basically like smashing them up with knives and so on. I'm thinking, oh my god, these kids are going to stab themselves because of my video. They didn't. They went outside and they were throwing them down the road and that. Yeah, if I did a live action one, I'd do my Thomas versus Predator. If I could find a Predator action figure. Paul tells slightly offensive jokes. It wasn't that bad. Shed 17 because of the age restriction. No, it was just an innocent. It's meant to sound innocent. Sort of. What is Shed 17? You know, it's supposed to intrigue you, but also it's supposed to sound harmless, like Alice Cooper. You know, it's supposed to be innocent. There's a pier in some film or other, isn't there? I always see like, oh, see you later, Andrew Lennon. Hello, press to guess. Press to guess if Paul will crash. Yes, he will. There's a pier, isn't there? It must be in a film or something. And there was, I've heard it referenced in lots of things. Simpsons have done it, and that's it's kind of like that, innit? It's something innocent. I've never seen that thing before. A combined harvester. Reminds me of that Simpsons episode with the puppet. Is that the Halloween one where they buy an evil? They get an evil crusty doll for Christmas. Is that one? Yeah, G1 sport reference Gordon. It was to make you all think, oh, I wonder what G1 is. The other thing about the names is, this is very important when you're doing stuff, look it up, because you don't want to find out that Shed 17 is something else. I believe it was a strip club in Australia, but that was it. Hello, Isaac Rodriguez. Hello, Antonio Muniz. Welcome to the Road of Death. Should I do Chris Rea and sing The Road to Hell? In a very deep voice. Very deep voice. Did a voiceover for someone's film yesterday, and it's like it's a follow-on from a previous one. And so I did the recording, then I played back the old recording. I was like, oh no, I did this much deeper. So I had to. It's always best to stand up when you're doing voices, which I'm not doing now. We're making a story called Adam Universe. I'm wondering if you like to do the voice of God. Yeah, go on. When I was in school, we used to do these just daft, like radio shows on tapes when I was a kid. And God was one of the characters. I can't believe I'm telling people this. He's going, hello, my name is God. Cool, can I do it like, I'll try and do it really sort of deep, and can you make me echoey? Let me take this corner and then I'll read some more comment. Don't end up like Richard Hammond crashing. Yeah, that'll be in the 3 Coal Shed 17. I'll be used for raves. Oh my god, that's a good idea, isn't it? A lot of kids using it for raves, and then but none of them leave because some engine tore them apart. Hey, this is a great party, but what's that? Don't pour your energy drinks into the big tank. We're all gonna die. No, we're gonna die. Well, this DJ sounds like a right twat. Help us. Actually, even though the DJ is being torn apart and screaming in pain, he still sounds like every other DJ. So, what's he saying? I don't know. Calls 999. Calls for the police to come and help them. Hello, 999. What service do you need? Sorry. What effect would Diesel 10 have is actually a sealed project. Well, Diesel 10 was guarding the entrance, wasn't he? Paul's going to bring up that Shed 17's a strip club. Alright, yeah. Good afternoon. Instantly, I just looked it up, that's all it was. Yeah. Don't quote me on that, I think it was something like that. Basically, it was a real place, so whenever you're making anything, you know, always look it up and make sure you're always look it up and make sure you the name isn't the name of something well known or famous, you know, unless that was the point of naming your work that. Who knows? Paul, I do love listening to your waffle, but could you shut the F up now? Sorry. Oh, that puppet one. Yeah. Gabbo. What was the puppeteer called? Hello, I'm Gabbo, and I'm something. Did you see how he ended up? He was like doing shows at oh shit. Oh no. What's the fella called? since still got the live stream going. When will there be more Zoical media of yours? What? Right, that rings a bell, but I can't remember what it is. What's Zoical media? I've had a rough couple of weeks, I can't remember this stuff. Hello, Joseph Cambria. Yeah. Yeah, he was saying get out, but he's a bit mental, so he's like, he's gonna... He's saying get out in case he can't get to him with his claw, but he did, so it's okay. Anyway, doesn't the claw act on its own? So maybe they've both got their own agenda. Diesel 10 just wants him to leave and he's using his scariest voice. But Claw, whose name escapes me, he's just like, screw that, we're gonna kill him. Maybe he's just gonna take the camera off him. I have watched Cars, yes. It looked like it's going quite good, and then they end up in the middle of a desert and it gets boring. Remember that time Peter Griffin fell in the intro? That is my favourite episode, because it introduced Gillian, who is hilarious. Oh my god, Brian, I was watching this programme about this man, Hitler. Someone should do something about him. It's a wonderful flat. What is it? 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom? No, it's a whole apartment. Do you work with Brian at the detective agency? Oh yes, I do. At the detective agency. Funny. Thoughts on Cast 2 was nonsense. It's just like, oh, we can't think of anything, let's do... Was it Arthur Crandall or something like that? Hang on. I made an edit. Oh yeah, you made an edit of Peter Griffin, fell in the intro. Where's the turn here? The claw's called Pinchy. Pinchy. It should be called Murdery. That's not going to pinch you, is it? It's going to cut you into bits. Look, it's a pier. Ooh, lovely. This is why Finland is the happiest place in the world, I think. Or Denmark, something like that. It was your first copyright, yeah, you'll definitely get copyrighted for that. And then of course you've got to do something with the sound and the picture, and it's just really annoying. Imagine if Paul made PC Measure, but it was a parody of Full Metal Jacket with trains. So the trains go and get the trains go into training, and there's a drill sergeant train. So it's like, are you a shunter? Are you a... Sir, no sir. Are you a branch line engine? Sir, no sir. Bullshit, I bet you could only pull one coach 4 miles over a couple of mountains. Looks to me the best part of you fell out the crack of the factory and ended up as a brown stain outside and on the railway line. I actually watched a film with him in today. Must have been shortly before he died. What was he called? I want to say something with initials. I want to say E.G. Marshall, but it's not him. He was the president in Superman 2. Full Metal Soda. Things like that always annoy me. I can never remember. Do you remember he did like it was something on Discovery or a shit channel like that where he reviewed tanks and stuff. Hello, Nicholas Ortiz. The Runaway Death, the sequel of Shed 17. What? Should move to Finland, so do I. This would be happy. Be happier there. But everyone would be happier, so people won't be so much dicks. I was about to say, also they don't have terrorism and stuff, but then they had that, well, in that sort of area they had that nutcase on the island, didn't they? So that's that theory out the window. Have you seen Troll Hunter, I think it is, the film? And it's like that area, you know. And I mean, it's a good film, but the scenery and stuff is like, whoa. It's awesome. Yeah, Cars 2, trying to be a spy, yeah, it was just, ugh. I suppose it's fun. I mean, the big question is, what the fuck is a 46-year-old doing watching Cars 2? But there you go. Because I have no life. I sit at my desk and watch Family Guy with a little kiddie mooching next to me. What is Discord? Is that deliberately spelled different? Ali earn me. That's right, well done. It's not Ernie though, is it? It's earn me. Is that what you've said? I can't. The screen's a bit far away. Really need an eye test. Gonna get one. Oh, a guy came round to have a look at my kitchen. He wasn't like a plumber or anything, he just wanted to see the kitchen, don't know why. No, I'm kidding. It's gonna get gutted, totally get redone. Hello, Shadow Redeemer. It's gonna get done. It's kind of like, I want it getting done, but I don't really have any... Why do you keep saying that, Joseph Cambria? Is that an aha lyric? Believe it or not, I don't know the lines that good. Trouble is, it's a small room, and 3 of the 4 walls have doors in them. One of them has 2 doors in them. One door that goes under the stairs and has to stay open because it's Stinky's litter tray in there. She knows I'm talking about it. I don't see the point in Discord. I don't get it. It's like, why is it better than anything else? I tried to get on it, and the first time I ended up on it, I just had this guy just fucking spending like half an hour trying to convince me to make a threequel because he was going to do all this work for it, you know. And I always gets on my wick. Now can I overtake this guy with a double truck and there's no traffic coming t'other way? T'other. People used to take the piss out of me for saying t'other. T'other. Why do you want to do a video called Visiting Shed 17? There we go. What would happen in Visiting Shed 17? I don't want to sound like Mr. Dick, but if I do voiceovers for a Shed 17 fan film, it makes it seem official. And whilst I don't mind them being made, I don't want to make it look as though I'm, you know, this is the sequel or anything like that. Does that make me sound like a dick? It does. It does. Well, it is a social media app for PC, mobile and tablet after all. You want to try it out or what? No. Yeah, but what makes it better than, you know, Skype? You know what I mean? It's like... I know it's got like, you know, you got like little sections and stuff. I messed with it, but I'm gonna probably switch it off. A couple of people I know at work who were gonna do watch parties, but not gonna bother. Well, you know, they never. Because hey, look, they're on kid trampolines where they got like a net, so you can just chuck them in there and say, stay in there all afternoon. There's a phone box in somebody's car park. Look, you see, it's like, this is a nice place, houses and stuff, but then some poor bugger has to live in that. It looks like there's quite a few small flats in there as well, because there's a lot of bikes. Let's drive in and have a look. No, let's not. Let's drive in and have a look. And everyone watching goes, no! What the hell's that, Paul? I don't know. It's a bit too early for my drifty boredom driving. Kajani is where we're going. Kajani. See you later, Star Cordionas. Calip. I was thinking I had quite a bit. I didn't have long left before my next week off work, but actually it's 6 weeks. 6 weeks. You just said you have Skype, and I just had a realised feeling, cause that just made me realise. What? You guys and your crazy messages and your strange Thomas secret language. Quick lads, use. I know you're all talking to me here, but you're on Discord going. You're going. Remember, use our secret Thomas language. Oh look, we're carrying vaccinations. Don't know why I sounded so excited about that then. Do we want to do this though, all the way back up there? Yeah, let's do this. Russia down to Germany. I bet there's no checkpoints here. Well, you can make whatever film you want, Zalan Studio. I'm just, you know. Thank God the sun's going down much cooler. Yeah, I wasn't that... I didn't find it that hot in here, in the house today. But outside it was warmer. Normally, The sun comes through my windows, especially in the afternoon, and the house gets so hot. Going to save lives, Paul. Oh no, I quit that one. Oh, I refuse to deliver vaccines. I must be a bastard anti-vaxxer. This is a weird way of fucking... It's the one where... I'm watching the one where Brian sees this woman from a reality show, I think. And it turns out she's really intelligent, and he doesn't like it because he's not intelligent, or she's cleverer than him. Imagine if there was a bigger mastermind than Hans or Wilhelm, who was part of the Goetz family. Imagine if some of the Goetz family didn't leave Germany and stayed there, and they were even cleverer. Like Sherlock Holmes' brother was cleverer than him, apparently. What if he was even more... he had even more evil ideas? What could he do? You can do any fan films you want, Zalon Studios. Lots of people have done fan, I think, Church 17 stuff. I don't mind doing Keith's voice in other people's stuff. Generally they pretend... Generally they don't call him Keith. It's just sort of... It's like that Magic Railroad parody. That it isn't Keith, it's just a nod to Keith. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're clocking on now, aren't we? Is this a oh, it's a Volvo, you were right, whoever said it. We're totally going to crash. Isn't Russia nice? I mean, in countryside terms. Fucking hell, nearly went over then. Wasn't able to turn. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's another... What is that? Oh, I can't read it. Some kind of tribute. I wonder if it's a war tribute or look, isn't... Oh, it's all in Russian. Bloody hell. And now I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. We're fine. I'm a bit scared of social media, so, you know, social... I'm not very social out, you know, in real life, let alone... I won't do Facebook or anything, I'm not doing that. Well, the older Volvos were even faster. In hindsight, I remember you said that. Can you know what this one is? Can you recognise this? Volvo something? Thomas was the mastermind. Turned out he was in on it. It's kind of hard to... sort of trick people and say, oh, Thomas was the mastermind, and all these other characters were, Owen, Ruth and that, were trying to do the right thing, because they were quite evil. I wrote myself into a corner. Oh, they're doing a Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan, parody, or whatever you'd call it. I loved that when I was a kid. Wrath of Khan. Hello Logan, the tank engine second canal. Hello Hudson Train guy. For some reason I read that as Hudson Trilogy then. It's the Hudson Trilogy. Whoa. Remember I was on this in Russia and I was like hunting for the memorial in Brest. It's what was that? I'll tell you what I want to find. I saw a thing about the First World War a while ago now, actually, but I watched it recently. Look at that! Wow. I wonder if all this stuff's going to disappear when they make an official Russia DLC. I wonder how it'll work with pro mods. Oh wait a minute! No, it's not. I haven't got the Russia DLC. Sorry. This is part. Oh, it might be part of pro mods. Not sure. Anyway. There's a. If any of you are German, there's a. It's a memorial to when the Germans fought against Napoleon. That was it. And it's this incredible, gothic, creepy looking thing. I can't remember where it's at though. I know it sounds really lame, but if it's somewhere that's got a football team I've heard of. And it's in Germany, obviously. And I want to try and find it. I actually looked it up once on Street View. It's quite far from a road. It's got like a... You can see it from the road. I'm just interested if it'll be in here. I'm not even sure if the city it's in is here. I'm not even sure how to look it up. I suppose I could Google it. German memorial to fighting, to when they fought Napoleon. Why did that traffic, the oncoming traffic stop for the guy turning off then? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I didn't do a Henry and Gordon, sorry. Kienik Romano Magus. Whoops. I know Isaac Rodriguez, everyone's serious about Skype and Discord. I'm serious about Discord, the actual thing, not the social media app. Get it? I'm just not very social. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's one of them Russian crossings, railway crossings, where the train goes past after the gate's gone back up. You see it on Twitter and someone put a really loud Thomas theme tune over it. Now I wonder if they're going to let me through here. Oh, I remember this place. We stopped to look at the dog. Fucking hell, Paul. How come that's the only thing you remember? I don't know. I like dogs. When I left work the other day, there was 3 like golden retrievers outside. They were tied up. There's 3 of them. On one side, there's one that's like really sort of light colour, like white, and on the other side there was like the proper like blonde colour. Were they Labradors? Labradors I think they'd be. Anyway, and in the middle is this one that's like a really sort of weird sandy colour. It was like a sort of weird sort of texture, and apparently they're really expensive, them. And they all sat up to see me as I walked past, and the one in the middle sort of looking at this really serious look, like, I'm in charge. If you want to stroke these other 2 dogs, you've got to get past me. It's kind of looking sort of like, what are you wanting? I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. When I left work Thursday, there was a big fat Labrador stood in the door. It wasn't tied up. They hadn't tied it up or anything. It just stood in the door and waiting for its owner to come out. And I was like, don't you come in here? And he's just looking at me like, no, I'm not. And he must be so good. The owner must just know that he's not going to walk in, you know. And anyway, he went and laid down right in the middle of the entrance. I thought anyone coming out with a trolley is going to be like, dog? You going to move, dog? Donald Douglas were made out of jelly. Apparently. I didn't know that. I just found that out the other day on the Thomas Wiki. Don't they melt when they heat up too much? It's crazy, isn't it? Apparently Toby's made out of ice cream. Can you imagine that? How does he get it? Does he only work in the middle of winter? It's crazy. What are you talking about, Paul? I have no idea. Yeah, there's a dog in this. Dogs are cool. I've never had a pet dog. If I had a pet dog, I'd try and teach it tricks. I'd teach it to shut the door. I had a mate who had he probably still does have, had a beagle. And he'd get out a treat and it knew all these tricks. He could like just wink and go, you know, click. And it'd walk round him. Really clever. He got a bit more confused with other people because, you know, they weren't doing exactly what same thing the owner did. Should I get some petrol? Turn off the engine, fill it up. What are you singing about petrol? I always sing about petrol. Fill up the car in real life, I'm there going, fill up the car with the petrol. People working there and, you know, people like getting their petrol looking at me like, what the fuck's that? Just taking honest. You really love Discord. The app, not the thing. Oh, that's not the lights. That's not, what's that? What? How is that turning on there? There we go. I really love airplanes. I haven't watched Airplane for ages. The film, you know. I haven't... What was I watching yesterday? Oh, I didn't watch... No, wait. Did I watch anything new? No, I didn't watch anything new. I watched that Alan Partridge episode that was on yesterday. They're alright, I just... Those things, I don't know. different. What country? We are in the kingdom of... Wait. No. Where's the map? That's not the map. No, don't decouple! Shit! Get moving quick, otherwise we're gonna fucking... What if I noticed and just like went off? Without me load. We're in Russia still, I think. And we've just left Pskov. No, we haven't. There's Pskov. We bypassed Pskov. Are we in Russia though? Because I know Vilnius isn't Russia. I'm gonna need some geography help from you geniuses. Airplane got you into airplanes. Seems a strange thing to get you into aeroplanes. Oh no, we're leaving Russia. Duh. Checkpoint. So, where are we going? La Harpe, no. Let's see what it says. It'll tell us where we're going. Can I go this way? What if I just cut in front of this guy now? He'd be really annoyed, wouldn't he? Let's go super airplane, man. Oh. Airplane got me, don't call me Shirley. Haha, class. I like the smoking ticket. I shouldn't say that because some of these guys might not have seen the film. If you ever get a chance, watch Airplane. Not the sequel. I mean, the sequel's alright, but it wasn't made by the same people. Airplane, absolutely hilarious. No doubt I've said this before, but it's been watered down by all the copycats over the past couple of decades who make this crap like epic movie and scary movie and all that, trying to mimic that, thinking it's easy to do, and it's not easy. It's not easy to make them good. If you've seen all their films, you should watch The Jerk, Steve Martin film, when he was funny, and The Man with Two Brains, which sounds silly but it's really funny. He marries Kathleen Turner, who turns out to be a total bitch, and he hates her, and he goes to visit this professor who's got a German butler, and he's like, "You have not come with your wife?" And he's like, "She's not my wife. She's a sick whore from hell." "Yeah, I've heard this." Which I thought was funny. Definitely watch Latvia. We're in Latvia now, lads. Anyone here from Latvia? I'm like a really bad comedian. Anyone here from Latvia? Nope. Maybe we'll have to go through Belarus, because they might keep me there because of all them Belarusian jokes I made. I have the DVD. I I think I have the. Do I have the DVD? I had the VHS. Oh, Paul, you're very old. I know. I think I do have. Yeah, I do have the DVD. I remember on the commentary they talked about. They've never seen the sequel because it was. Because it was. They didn't make it. Paramount wanted another one, so someone else wrote it and made it. Still fairly funny, but you know, wasn't quite as good. Top Secret. If you haven't seen Top Secret, watch that. That's them as well. That's still as hilarious. Proper like. I couldn't breathe for laughing watching that. It's a brilliant film. It's a weird mix. It's like a war movie, but it's also about this 60s style pop star, 50s style pop star. It's like, what? I think they talk about what happened to the autopilot. Apparently it was just like getting stored away somewhere and just, you know, wore out and just like fell apart, which is a shame. Oh shit. First Scary Movie was alright. I've seen a bit of the first Scary Movie. But you know what I mean about the more recent stuff. Someone did a spoof of 300 once and it was just so, you know, it's just, they think it's funny just to suddenly burst into a song and dance routine or something, or suddenly now it's like a game show or something. It's like, this is, you know, there's no class to it, it's not funny. I can hear a train. Where's the train? There it is. Oh, there's a line in there. There it is. It's like a goods train. It's not a passenger train. Looks like it's empty. What else did they talk? They bought the rights to an airplane disaster movie. Someone was talking about it on Twitter last week. What the hell was it called? It's a black and white airplane disaster movie, and a lot of it in that, a lot of what happens in that film is in airplane. But the idea was they buy the rights to that film, so they don't have any sort of legal, they don't get sued or anything by movie studios that were making real disaster movies at the time, because you know there was quite a lot of airplane disaster movies at the time. They still had, you know, references to Airport 77 and 0 Hour. Well done. Did you see the tweet? There was a guy in. They showed you the coffee scene when the fella gets coffee for the woman, and then you see it being played out on airplane with the two kids. It's quite sort of. I'm not sure they could do that joke now. It'd be quite un-PC now, but God, it's funny. I won't repeat it, but Christ, it's funny. He keeps talking to people, and he keeps telling people about what happened to him in the past. That's well funny. When they become what do they call them? You know, they go to the African country and they meet that tribe. Oh shit! I must turn off. Fuck! Can I go back? They're what do they call them? You know, when you go to Homer did it once. on The Simpsons, he went to... Family Guy did it as well. Chris went to some tropical... There we go, I can turn here. What do they call them? How did the trailer get damaged? It's bullshit. Fuck. Very polite kids. It's just like that kid when he looks at her after what she says. It's dead funny. Missionaries. So the missionaries, and they're he's teaching them basketball, and there must have been a proper team of basketball players just dressed up as natives, and they're like and they score every basket, like dunking it and stuff. Dead funny. When he's in the military hospital and you hear someone shouting, it's like, who's that? Oh, it's the Colonel. He thinks it's Ethel Merman, and it's actually her singing. They give her a sedative and that. I think they pointed out on the Naked Gun commentary that they always had these elderly stars, and they always died shortly after. So Ethel Merman did it. She died, and they had this old British actor who was, I think he was quite big in America, and he was the driving instructor, and he died shortly after that. I think there were some others. Family Guy actually pointed out how many big name, how many actors have died after they've been on Family Guy. It's Roy Scheider, who's actually on this episode I'm watching now. He died just after it. Ricardo Montalban, he died. Can't remember now, I think there's some others. Yeah, so we've got more important things to sort out than the PC. Well, I kind of live for my PC. It's the one thing I don't like to scrimp on, I don't like to be, I wouldn't be cheap on, you know what I mean? Because I'm on it all the time. I can just sit here and watch it. I watch more telly sat here at this desk than I do in the living room sat in front of my big telly, which to be fair isn't very big. I keep wanting to get a new telly, and I'm like, I would actually sit there and watch it. Hello, Works Diesel, sorry about yapping on while you said for a long time after you said hello. I was talking about Airplane and Naked Gun. How great they are. If you've never seen it, you should definitely watch it. I remember at one point it was on every streaming service that I paid for. Netflix, Amazon, Sky Movies. Not anymore though. Someone on Twitter was speculating, actually it was last year, they were speculating that now Amazon's bought MGM, they were going to do, they'll do loads of James Bond spin-offs. So we had all these like graphics and stuff with spin-off ideas, so there's like the Miss Moneypenny files and the Sheriff J.W. Pepper, remember him, the big fat loud sheriff from Live and Let Die and Man with a Golden Gun. Oh shit, I can't turn here, we get to point with a checkpoint. It's just like, oh my god, that'll be so bad. A Blofeld origin film or something, it's like, oh god, no. Fortunately, oh, Lithuania, here we are. Look at that there, that's weird. Fortunately, they don't have a say in it. Eon Productions own the films, and they have the final say on what they do. Thank God. Although if Amazon pour money at them and say, look, we want you to make spin-offs, they may well do it. Who knows? Pour money into it, but pour money into it so they do everything for real again, and this bloody green screen bullshit, and stop making every story an emotional thing. Just have him given a job, given a mission, and he goes and solves it. They don't do that anymore. He doesn't do any detective work anymore. And seriously, I can rant now for about half an hour about James Bond, so I'll stop. I'm going to stop now. LNER Production says egg. Okay, so does the Works Diesel. Okie doke. Film99 says cock. Thanks for that, Film99. Can I get past this? You're bloody too slow. Can do that. Tell you what I need. Gaming chair. Not so much, well, yes, for gaming, but also just for comfort, sitting there. Trouble is, the chair I've got now, Sophie likes to climb on the back of it. I think it's an attention-seeking thing. She likes to climb on the back of it and sticks her claws in it, so she stays on the back, I don't know what Kat's obsessions is for getting onto very narrow surfaces, especially since she is about as sure-footed as a mountain elephant. LNER hasn't watched James Bond. Wow. Joke's on y'all. I can say cock for real, since I'm a mod. Oh, right, I see. Yeah, cock. I can say it too, because I'm driving. I just wanted to test swear words. Or as you put it, swear words. Elenia hasn't watched a James Bond film. What would you recommend to him? Personally, I would say Spy You Love Me. Best film ever. Yes, it's an over-the-top one, but it's not like Die Another Day that just gets stupid, Seriously, definitely, even if you never watch another one. Anyway, anyone can write cock if they spell it wrong. Probably. Definitely. No, that's the game. I definitely wouldn't recommend GoldenEye the film. See, I watched that in the cinema. Probably the last time I saw a Bond film in the cinema, I think. Or did I see World Is Not Enough? Golden, and I was like quite disappointed with it, and then I thought, well, hang on a minute, if it was on Christmas Day in the afternoon on ITV, like they used to do, they used to put a film on. They don't do it now, which is a bit, sorry, I just didn't mean to say that. I'm watching the telly, I'm watching the comments, and I'm not looking at this bloody truck in front of me. I haven't got cruise control anymore. And I was like, actually, if that was on in the afternoon, it is a proper Bond film. They filmed it. They filmed the finale at that big telescope, didn't they, in the crater? Did you see that collapsing? There was a big storm and the whole thing collapsed. Like, oh my god. They're saying like, oh, they should build it again, but there's like better telescopes now. There's space ones and that, so you don't really need it, which is a shame. The only thing I remember from GoldenEye is the train. What, in the film? There is a train in the film. It always annoyed me because James Bond goes after the train in a tank and manages to get in front of it. Even though the train gets out of town and that, he manages to get in front of it on this bridge. Comes out from under this tunnel. It's like, how the hell did he get there? I suppose I'm reading too much into it. Tomorrow Never Dies had a really good start when they're in Germany and that, but then it kind of gets boring. They seem to hang around in this dark stealth ship for way too long, and it just gets boring. It's totally unmemorable. I don't know why. It's weird. World Is Not Enough had a really good start. Really, really good start. It's one of the best starts with the, the big boat chase and that. And then he seems to like mince around this, where they're building this oil pipe. They're building an oil pipeline, but this woman who's building it still lives in this huge mansion. It's like, well, don't they keep moving on all the time? It's weird. But and then James Bond keeps going off, seemingly travelling very far to do something, and then coming back to the mansion, then goes off again, then comes back to the mansion. It's like, why does he keep doing that? And then Die Another Day was the same thing. They go to that stupid bloody ice castle, and then he goes off. He goes off in that high-speed car chase, windsurfs a tsunami, comes back, and then has another bloody car chase, so he leaves again, then comes back again. It's like, Christ sake, move on, do something else. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Yeah, definitely Spy Who Loved Me is a daft one. And if you want to watch a Sean Connery one, Goldfinger. Definitely Goldfinger. Dr. No's the first one, that's kind of a traditional one. From Russia with Love, people like it because it's more of a traditional, more, sticks to the book more. But I always found it boring. And that's an unpopular opinion. Goldfinger's a good one though. That's a really good one, even though he spends half of it as a hostage. Thunderball was always a bit meh. I always found it a bit meh. There's something missing in that one. It was strange. I liked the next one, You Only Live Twice. It gets mixed reviews actually. It's not a, I don't think it's a popular one amongst Bond fans, but it gets good reviews, just ordinary film reviews, because it jumps in there right at the start, and it's like breakneck pace for quite a long time. Then it slows down a bit, he meets his contacts and that, and then they do a lot of talking. And it's in Japan, which is like, I'd love to see Japan. And it's a really good way of looking at Japan, 60s Japan, Then even though there's a race against time, he goes and trains with ninjas and stuff, and it's like, well, you haven't really got time for this, have you? And of course, it's got the £1 million underground volcano base, which is absolutely just genius. George Lazenby one. after that was... It's okay actually. It's in hindsight, it's quite a decent one. Bit more of a traditional one, you could say. Fuck! Missed the turn. Only 7% damage. Wow. And I like Diamonds Are Forever, where they brought back Sean Connery. It is a bit slow at times, and they seem to sometimes make weird, he seems to make weird choices, but it's a good one. Live and Let Die is one of the best ones. I mean, even though he solves the plot like about halfway through, and then the rest of it's just a romp, but it's still good. Man with a Golden Gun is still good. And then they had a long break. They had like a 2-year break, which was a long break for them at the time. And one of the producers left. He'd gone bankrupt. And then they did Spy Who Loved Me, and it was like a sort of big revamp, And it's really good. Oh, one of the other drivers made some money. Moonraker, because Spy Who Loved Me was so big, Moonraker was a massive budget one. And to be fair, yes, it gets silly, it goes into space, but it is a good detective story before that. He does actually solve something in it, which is good. Your Eyes Only is a much more low-key film, but I never realised till I watched it like recently just how many action scenes are in it. It's almost like, Christ. It's almost like, Christ, these action scenes are getting a bit unnecessary, And Roger Moore was starting to show his age a bit, which kind of starts to look a bit silly. Interesting fact, he's older than Sean Connery. And then Octopussy should have been his last film, because that's a good solid film. Is that where you're talking about, the railway line? Who said that? Who was saying they saw the railway line? I'm assuming it's that one. It's like a private railway line, isn't it? Like one of these preserved railways. It was definitely filmed in. England. That train. Someone got really badly hurt on that. They cleared the sides of the railway lines got rid of the rocks and that, but it went too far, and there was a massive gut rock, and the stuntman's hanging off, playing James Bond, hanging off the side, and I can't remember where he got hit. I think it was just in like the hip or something, and got really badly hurt. The fella got his foot chopped off in You Only Live Twice. He'd set up this camera system where he's like hanging underneath one of the production helicopters. He's hanging underneath it, and this helicopter, and he's got a camera, and he's got this sort of special thing where he can turn and film what he wants. He's in like a harness that can turn, and there's an action scene. This helicopter flies underneath him when it got too close and chopped his foot off. Unfortunately, there was like a convention nearby for surgeons, so they got them to come along and stitch it together, stitch his foot back on. In the end, he said like, no, it's not working, and it's killing me, can we take it off? And he ended up filming the skiing stuff for the next film. He died in the end making another film. He died in some kind of accident making a non-Bond film. Shit, what's this? Yeah, and then A View to a Kill. There's something about View to a Kill. I want to like it, but it's just something that doesn't work about it. Christopher Walken, who thinks he's fascinating in it when you watch him in any film. But it's an odd thing, and apparently Roger Moore was sponsored by Fila, the tracksuit company, so he's wearing these tracksuits in this film, and it just doesn't look right, you know. Can I get through here? I think I can. I broke the rules. Screw you, copper! No. Russian copper! No, 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 no! Move! Move! Uh-oh, uh-oh. King of the road. Now we're in Augusto. Right, sorry, let's read some comments. I've been waffling. And then I watched American Pie. I went to cinema to see that, didn't think much of it, and then this lass at work, for some reason, started getting chatty with me, and she wanted to see it. And she said, oh, have you been to see that? And I lied and said, no, I haven't. So I had to sit through it again. I'm not into like, oh, teen romp. It was a decent film, I suppose. I don't remember anything that made me laugh, but it was alright. Did I see the sequel? May have seen the sequel, but never saw any others. Windsurf's a tsunami, yeah. You should make a house tour. What's that? A tour of my house? I don't get it. Oh, you can swear the mods have to allow it, yeah. What was the filming location you saw? Sodor Engines. In Die Another Day, there's like a secret underground base in London, and Pierce Brosnan goes through this door at the end of Westminster Bridge. I've walked past that, but that's not really saying much. It's not exactly a remote location or anything. Last time I went to London, I just no real wish to see London again. Went up that street where they do all the shopping, and Christ, it was busy. It was absolutely like just freaked out. I'd be like hand on my wallet the whole time now, because it's busy, not because I'm xenophobic or anything. Don't read comments when you're driving. Moonraker was like an episode of Thunderbirds or Space 1999. Yeah. I've got to say the space effects were better than that. I mean, some of the model effects were brilliant. When they're like, you know, when they're locked up underneath the space shuttle that's going to take off. Also, that's like a conference room, isn't it? It's got tables it's got a table and loads of chairs and stuff. Why did they put a conference room underneath the launch pad of the shuttle? I mean, once that takes off, that room is just going to be screwed. What if they got mixed up and they're all having this board meeting and suddenly someone looks up and goes, oh shit. Do you know how they blew up the space station at the end? So it had to sort of explode, but you know, you can't really do fiery explosions in space. There's a couple of them turned up on a weekend when there's no one about with shotguns and shot at it. So they were shooting holes in the solar panels and stuff. I'd be like, shit, I hope we finish filming this before we smash it up. Neen Valley, also used in GoldenEye. There's a lot of Britain used. I always thought that was quite a clever idea. Using London in a couple of, the last two Bond films. It just seems like somewhere they never went to. They never had any action scenes. One was shot for Majesty's Secret Service, but they never used it, and now there's only like some photos exist of George Lazenby running across the rooftops. But I think before that they never had any London action scenes, did they? I suppose the nearest they got was Sean Connery having a fight in a health spa near London. Surgeon Convention, yeah, it's lucky that. You know, the main cast, the main crew, so like production designer, set designers and director and producers and that, they went there scouting locations before they started filming in Japan, because the book called for a Japanese castle, and they just went everywhere trying to find Japanese castle, and there just aren't castles in Japan. And they hired this helicopter pilot, and this Japanese helicopter, he's like, me kamikaze, and turns out he was a kamikaze pilot during the war. It must have been rubbish. God, what's all that? Is that birds? Oh, it's birds. They're just not flapping. Those millions of planes. What time is it? 11. So anyway, they were heading back. They were going to take the plane back to England, and they're waiting in the hotel room, the hotel lobby. And the crew of the plane were also in this hotel, so they're talking to them. Anyway, they set off, and then just before the crew left, just before the film crew left, they get a call. Oh, we've got permission to go and see this location now. Oh right, okay, we won't take the plane, we'll go and see this location. A few minutes after the plane took off, it crashed, and everyone was killed on it. They were that close to just like the whole main production crew getting killed. Interesting fact. I suppose that's what happens when you travel the world, weird things happen. Wouldn't stop me going to Japan. How long does it take to mold trains on a computer? If you're doing it from scratch, a long time. You've got to be really sort of methodical about it. Have a look for them. Authors of the original models. That's a good way of, figuring out what the models actually look like and trying to. But you've got to be. Rather than try and be arty with it, you've got to be kind of methodical, and I need to make this shape here. It's best, I'm doing the height and the length of it, so I better look at it from the side, so look from the side angle. There's McDonald's, look. And there's Obi. One Kenobi. There's IKEA. There's Auchan. No. Oh, there we go. What's he talking about? Oh yeah. Once you get into it, once you learn the program, it gets easier. you start thinking of it a bit more sort of methodically, you know, what do I need to do now, what do I... And when you do finish something and you show it to people and they start saying, oh, you've got the colour wrong, or there isn't a... that buffer's the wrong shade, or that footplate has to be like this. Just remember the main rule. Tell them to F off. Hello, DragonNet307. I think that's a new name to our streams. All my viewers have disappeared because I've been waffling. I don't know what to talk to all day. Ah! Hello, bus. Hello, Salazar. Oh shit, he's gonna go into me. What a twat. He saw me there. Ballsack. There's a balloon. Derek Meddings. Oh, he did do Thunderbirds. Yes, he did. Last thing he did before he died was GoldenEye. When that whole satellite dish comes out of the water, I was thinking Thunderbirds. A few years earlier when they did Living Daylights, and there's that sort of religious centre, and the floor opens up, I was thinking, yeah, I'm getting Thunderbirds vibes off that. Yeah, that's right. When I watched Pro at Thunderbirds, a lot of their series were just, you know, before Thunderbirds and that, were just done in someone's, they're like a garage, and had absolutely hardly any room at all to work in. It's crazy. Mum had a wallet stolen in that street. I can't. It must happen all the time. It's crazy. And as soon as lockdown eased, them places were getting swamped in. You just think, you dick, just, you know, just cut it down a bit, you know. Christ. Ah! Crazy driver. You want to go to Indonesia? Don't know much about Indonesia. I imagine it's red hot. That'd kill me. Do I turn off there? No. This way. You had the toys. Awesome. Never had them. I think last time I said I had that Spectrum Pursuit vehicle. Proper die-cast metal thing. Remember that in Captain Scarlet? They sat in it, but they drove backwards. They watched the road ahead of them. Through on a screen. There was a TV screen, and that's how they saw where they were going. But they were actually facing backwards. So imagine you turn in. You'd expect, you know, if you turn left, you'd expect to veer to the right, wouldn't you? You'd expect there to be just that, you know, what do you call it when it's like, I can't remember. You know, gravitational force. I can't remember. But you wouldn't. You'd turn left, and you'd actually veer left. You know, you'd be forced to go left in your seat, wouldn't you? It'd be weird. Funny what sticks in your mind, but it was a terribly boring program. I had some James Bond toys back in the day. I had an Aston Martin with the ejector seat and that, and I had a Moonraker shuttle. I had the shuttle, and for some reason inside it had a satellite instead of passengers. I always liked the submarine car. So that was excellent. You got family in Indonesia. Nice. Cheap holiday. Government's not the best though. Let's not get political. You wanker. This guy's gonna cut me up, look, he's gonna hit me. Dick. When I get back to dwarves like PKP. Paul, you went through the red lights. These have 2 James Bond, that's brilliant. I think I was given one. My godfather gave me one. That sounds really rude. He gave me one from, it must have been from when the film came out. It was like a smaller model. And it was like copper colours, and I don't know whether that was just the colour fading or what. But then I got a modern one that was proper silver and it was bigger. And it had like the shield at the back for, you know, the bullet shield and stuff that came up. Good film. I'll have to get my Blu-rays out. I got 3 full sets of Bond films. Can you imagine that? I had the original DVDs that first come out, which were like 1 disc, but they had quite a lot of extras. Hell of a lot of documentaries and stuff about every film. Look, a train. Then I got the restored. Then I got the ones where they restored them. And they were 2 discs. And they had some more extras, but most of it, the best stuff was still the making of documentaries and stuff off the first discs. The best bit on them actually was every Roger Moore film had Roger Moore doing a commentary on them. That's really good because he kind of waffles on and he name drops like royalty and stuff that he knows. Crazy. But yeah, he has all these stories and stuff from people he worked with and locations, so it's really interesting. There was some fan complaints about the restoration because they did things that people didn't agree with. They cropped quite a few of the films. The worst one being GoldenEye, you know, cropped it so the top and bottom's missing. Usually the left and right, there's bits missing on films, isn't there? But they chopped the top and bottom off GoldenEye. But then the colour, you know, the colour grading and stuff was weird. Live and Let Die had this awful red tint over the titles, but then when he's supposedly in you know, South America, everything had a weird sort of violet tint to it, which I thought was weird. And Majesty's Secret Service, he goes to he drives to that beach at the start, and it's supposed to be night. Well, it was filmed day for night when it was originally filmed, and you can kind of tell watching the original film. But so for this, they added this awful blue tint to it all, and it was like, oh no, what have you done that for? And there's some other stuff that wasn't good. Anyway, they did when the Blu-rays come out, they fixed that, and they fixed some of the other bits as well, which, you know, fans didn't agree with. Spy Who Loved Me, best one, they must have not had the original camera negative when they restored it, because since then I assume they must have found a better copy. So it wasn't actually the restored version, it was a little bit grainy, which some people like. I don't really like grain, but so it was a better copy, which was pretty cool. Oh, it's really interesting, this, Paul. I'm really glad I tuned in. Fuck's sake. I wonder if the footy's still on. I think I'll listen to Gary Lineker on YouTube. But yeah, the Blu-ray still have the Roger Moore commentaries on, which are fantastic. Sorry, right, waffle. Customize. Oh, you've got the Lotus Esprit, awesome. I'm assuming it's the white one, the submarine, not the red one from For Your Eyes Only, which is still a nice one. Dry Rama's going to graduate. Oh well, we're all going to congratulate you on that, except for this guy in the blue fucking car. I'm going to ram off the friggin' road for that, sorry. If you want... Oh, if you want a worse puppet show, it has to be the Secret Service. Yeah, that's a weird one, wasn't it? It was like... Wasn't it? Wasn't the car stuff actually real? Wasn't that filmed in real locations, but then the main characters were still puppets? I've never watched it, I just saw it on the documentary I saw, and I was like, oh, that's too weird. He just wanted to be... He wanted to do live action, didn't he? But yeah, it's weird that. Is that what it was? Was it that? What's the puppet show about? What, Secret Service or Captain Scarlet? If it's Captain Scarlet, so there's this like Earth Defense Agency called Spectrum, I think. Must be Spectrum, and everyone's got their own code names, so there's like Captain Blue and Colonel Green, and the top fellow was Commander White. Racist. And this guy was Captain Scarlet. And he'd been in an accident, so he couldn't die. So in every episode he has to save the day by killing himself. So, you know, he'll push someone out of a door before the office blows up or something daft like that. And then you see him in the hospital at the end, he's like, yes, I'm fine. But the end titles had these like cartoon images of him like being dropped into lakes of crocodiles and stuff, and it's like, no, he's not going to survive that. Of course he's not going to, you know, that's stupid, you're not going to survive that. Or dropped into fire or something. It's like, well, no, he's going to die. I suppose if he was like Deadpool, you know, he can just blow himself to bits and he'll still recover somehow. Well, if Deadpool gets chopped in half, don't they both change back into two Deadpools? Don't read too much into it, Paul. Okay. The Secret Service follows its exploit of Father Stanley Unwin, a parish priest in an English village. Outwardly an eccentric middle-aged vicar. Yeah, Unwin moonlights in operation. Was I right then? Was that he was the puppet, but everything else was done for real? The car driving round was actually a real car. There was also the Minimizer, device capable of shrinking people and objects thinner than normal. Oh, third the normal size. I watched Fantastic... No, I didn't. Yes, I did watch Fantastic Voyage the other night. Have you seen that? It's good. These scientists have to save this guy's life, and they get into this submarine, and then they shrink the submarine so it can be injected into this guy, and then they can fix this brain tumour. Good film. It's quite big budget for... Well, a really big budget for a 60s sci-fi film. Uh-oh. They're doing a Disney joke on Family Guy. Oh, sorry. It was all over the place. I'll give you an example. There was an episode that was being done with puppets, and they had to do a single one, then got onto a motorbike. Then it awkwardly cut to a live action shot of a bloke getting on the bike and then cutting back to the puppet reaction. Yeah. I think he was just sick of doing the puppet stuff. I never even knew it existed until I saw that documentary about Thunderbirds a while back. I think it's on Amazon now, the programme. I saw it when I had Sky. It was on Sky Arts. Kind of thing you skip through the channel and you think, oh, there's something to watch. Jerry Anderson. Oh, don't be a checkpoint. We're in Germany. We're leaving red and white country. Now we're in Germany. Yeah, Germany. I'm getting kind of tired. Oh, God. Filmed in Super Marionation, yeah. God, they love blowing stuff up, didn't they? You know that Thunderbirds, the titles at the start. They blew up that big power station thing. I always found it a bit... Thunderbirds was it an hour long show? So it'd probably be like 45 minutes with adverts. Times it just seemed to drag on. It was like, God, get on with it, you know. It seemed to just be filler. I was reading an article about Studio Ghibli the other day in paper because they're doing a CGI film. Oh, F word. They're doing a CGI film anyway. It was like history of. So they were talking about, you know, all the films they've made and stuff, and all these successful films, and then they're like, well, there's always one that doesn't really catch on, and they talk about Pompoko, these raccoons with magical testicles. It's not quite like that, but when you watch it, it's kind of like, this is a kid's film, why do they keep talking about the ball sacks? Yeah. Oh, starting to yawn, everybody. Oh. Hold on a minute, I'm just going to look something up. The runtime never bothered me. It just seemed slow, you know. I think I was always, when I watched it as a kid, I was always kind of like, this is, excuse me, sorry. Oh. I was like, oh great, Thunderbirds is starting, and then I was kind of like, oh, I'll tell you what's on Amazon. Terrorhawks. That is garbage. It's puppets, but it's like hand puppets. There's no strings. And it's not good. There's this agency on Earth that's defending Earth from the aliens on Mars. Even though they look like sick lizard people, they're actually there's there was I forgot what I was talking about now. What are you talking about? Hello, Jesse Ortiz. Oh, you've seen the CGI Ghibli film? I can't remember what I was talking about now. Fuck. Alright. Search Secret Service. One of the videos account was a movie clip showing a church massacre. Oh, lovely. I'm going to Google that. I won't be a moment. Secret Service videos. I wonder what the video was you watched. Can't find it here. But anyway. forgot what I was going to look up now. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible. We're talking about... Oh, I know. It was that German Memorial. War with Napoleon. This is it. Leipzig it is.
Are you ready to party?
Oh, sod off Peloton, no one wants to watch your adverts.
The largest monument in Europe
There it is.
located in Leipzig, Germany, and was built on the location.
I want to show you this. They must have cleaned it up since this program I watched. Hold on. Find, where's Leipzig? Leipzig. I'll be right with you guys. Don't give up. I'll be right with you. Right, Leipzig is... oh God. Leipzig. Oh, right, so it's kind of... Wait. It's kind of... not the creepiest thing I've seen. It is creepy though, isn't it? Why is it out here? Sorry, let me have a look at the proper map again. Sorry about this, guys. Trouble is, the map in the game doesn't have borders. Right, I found Berlin. Okay, so... where's Berlin here? Oh, Leipzig, there we are. Right, we need to go to Leipzig. We're going there, okay. Delivery be damned! Hello, DragonNet 307. Oh, wait, have I said hello now? No. Nearly went to Ausfahrt. Are you ready to party? Not really, I'm falling asleep. Sophie's nodding off. She just got up to see me and now she's closing her eyes. She wants to stay awake and mooch. Actually, she's better off staying awake now because I get up about 10 AM tomorrow and then go off to work. I don't come back till 8, after 8. She has to be on her own the whole time, poor bugger. No one visits to this off. No, not fair. Don't look at me with your comedy Batman ears. No. Couldn't brake, I was downhill. Creepy is in the eye of the beholder. This is a... hello, Great Will. How's it going? Everyone should follow Will on his YouTube channel and admire his little production logo at the start, because I made that. Rip Fiends. It's the one I made. One I made. It was like it looks like an old PlayStation 1 starting up. I was quite proud of it. I love making like logos and changing them and stuff. Hence my Nelvana bear doing that thing, what he does. DragonNet 307. If you could, would you fist fight? Oh, myself? No. I'd shout at myself and say, stop being such a nerd. Damn it, learn to fit in. Stop being such a nerd. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd say in the 2016-17 season, Leicester are going to win the title. Bet all your money on it. I'd say in the 1991 Grand National, it's a false start, you'll make a fortune. I'd say buy as much stock of Apple as you can. It's gonna be awesome in like the early 2000s. Stop being so cringy. I would have said that, yeah. I look back on stupid stuff I did and said back then, and it's like, when I get really sort of depressed, that's what I do. I start dwelling on stupid things I've done, either as a kid or, well, my whole life, my whole past. Ah, shit. Sort of Engine would punch his younger self in the face. You'd have to have a reason. You'd have to say, that's for blah 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 blah. What if you punch yourself in the face and then realise like your nose was out of place or something? You're like, oh shit, I broke my nose. That's never going to be the same again. You'll always whistle when you breathe. Or you broke your jaw and now it always aches. Train! See, a couple of years from now, I'll remember always going, look, a train, and think, what the F did I do that for every damn time? I would say, those videos you're making are terrible, you have to learn to do better, don't settle for the crap you're making. I'd say, don't buy £60 worth of printer ink in whatever year it was, 2015, because that printer's going to break down and you're screwed. So, oh fucking hell, Sophie, you stupid fucking twat. I say get in the fucking way. Go on, pain in the ass. Where the fuck am I going? How the hell am I supposed to get to... Oh my fucking god. Sorry. Bad language. Hello, Jacaranda Aguirre? Aguirre? Sorry. Not very good at pronunciation. Here's what we want to go. We want to go here. Right, we're totally off the map now. This is stupid. That's a new name to us, I think, isn't it? When I see the name Aguirre, or however it's pronounced, I always think of Aguirre, the Wrath of God. You want to watch a depressing film, that's one for you. It's a very impressive film. It's, oh, what's he called? Made it. Oh my god, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Oh, there we are. That's the one where Quagmire learns that the internet has porn on it. Oh, no, 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 no! Aguirre, the Wrath of God. It's about these Spanish conquistadors, and there's a group of them. What's the actor called? useless. And they've heard about these Mayan cities of gold down south, so they go into sort of, you know, undiscovered territory, and the you know, the natives and that are after them, and it's kind of like you kind of realise it's like tragic, you know. But it's a really good film. It's oh, what's the name of the director? You always see him doing. He did a documentary about a volcano. He's really big about nature and stuff now. Just voiceovers sometimes on like Simpsons and Family Guy and stuff. He's German. And he did a film, this really impressive film, Klaus Kinski, that's who's in Aguirre, Wrath of God. He was like a regular in all his films, a lot of his films. He shot a member of the crew, the film crew, when they were making that. He was just messing around with a gun, and I think he shot through a building, shot through like a shack in the jungle, and it happened to have the crew's like meal room, you know, break room, and shot one of the crew. But yeah, there's another one. Oh, the name of the film will come to me soon. And it's a true story. It's about this guy. It's South America, and he had this idea that there's all these rubber trees, and they could make a fortune getting all this rubber and selling it, but they need to transport it. They needed to put a ship, get a boat into this river, which you couldn't get to by river. So basically it meant taking a boat to this certain point, and then literally pulling the boat out of the water, pulling it over a mountain, a hill, and then getting it into this inaccessible river on the other side. And that was so you could go further down south and access all this rubber. So anyway, the boat wasn't that big in real life, but in this film they got this massive boat, like one of these you know, deep south paddle boats, what do you call them, you know, with the big, that sort of size, big good thing. And they did it in real life for the film. It's crazy. What the hell was it called? Fitzcarraldo. You get a chance to watch it. He also made a really good Dracula film, which is often on. I think it's on Talking Pictures or Horror Channel if you're over here. And he filmed it twice. Once they filmed it in German and then filmed it in English. Not and then they filmed it at the same time, a German one and then an English one. But it's belting. It's all set in Germany. But it's a really good film. I don't think I've seen any others of his films, but Wrath of God is absolutely brilliant. How did I get into this subject? Oh, because of Jacaranda, Aguirre there. Fitzcarraldo, belting film. It's kind of interesting because Klaus Kinski actually plays like quite a nice guy in it. Oh look, a big chair. Yes, Paul, a big chair. I'm sure I've seen this big chair before. How come I just discovered this place? Or maybe I saw it on a stream or something. Right. Map. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, me, I broke it. Oh, let's have a look at comments. If I could have probably punched myself right. Always a highlight of the stream, Jordan Anderson with his nonsense stories. I got attacked at work tonight. For real. Go on, what happened? I am believing you. So like what they do with Superman 1 and 2. Well, yeah, but you know, it's like you're actually just refilming every scene. You know, it's not... The only difference was the language, you know what I mean? It's just interesting, interests me that. There's a film, it's an early 50s epic, Richard Burton's in it. Like a Roman epic, and it's quite a good film, it's called The Robe. There's a trailer, it's called The Robe. And they started filming it in, you know, 4:3 TV, you know, sort of square. Then CinemaScope come out, and they realised, oh, we want to film this in widescreen. So they started again, and they filmed the film twice. So they do every scene twice. Once filmed in, you know, square, and once in widescreen. So for a long time on TV, it was the 4:3 version. I wish they could, you know, I wish they'd bring it out on a Blu-ray or something, both versions. Wow, look at that over there. I wonder if we can get to there. How come we never discovered this place before? Let's look at the sights while we crash. Well, Thomas PC Bench, I'm sorry, I've had an absolute crappy 2 weeks. Probably not going to get any better. I just haven't had the will to do any of it. I must get back into it. Quite pleased with how some of the locations are working. But Paul, they're not real locations. No, you know what I mean. I don't think we can go over there. No, we can't. It's just this awesome building in the distance. Shit and shite. Shit, shite, balls and Steve. Well, there's a big chimney, but I don't see the Leipzig thing, memorial. We're going to be very, very late. There's a train station, or lines anyway. Anyone seen Demon Slayer the anime? Don't think so, no. I do. I've seen quite a few animes. My problem is they always seem to sort of blend into each other, so I'm not sure what I have and haven't seen. Seen a lot of Ghiblis. I like them. And like I've said before, there was a lot of stuff used to be on TV. Basically everything manga imported from Japan was on Sci-Fi Channel on a Friday night, and I would be up really late watching these. Let's just have a look over here. That looks like the kind of place a memorial would be. I think we'll turn here. Oh yeah, I was talking about steamed hams, wasn't I? I've got the backgrounds. So basically I've, you know, took the characters out of the Simpsons backgrounds rather than try and recreate the buildings in 3D or whatever. And I've got to render the Professor and Keith for you know, to superimpose over the backgrounds. It's just kind of, I didn't think there was much interest in it, and I was like, oh, am I wasting my time here? This is really old. Are people just going to say this is really old, and why are we interested? I was just going to kind of voice it over, but make it sound more like, oh shit, where am I? Oh no, I'm going to have to go to McDonald's. We're going to Mackie D's. Yeah, there's a way out here. No, there isn't. Oh, God. I was going to do jokes like, you know, and you call them steamed hams? Well, I've never heard. And he says like, oh no, it's a Barrow expression. Really? Well, I'm from Ormscale, and I've never heard of steamed hams. Oh no, it's a New Barnes expression. See, the Superintendent Chalmers makes fun of the fact that he's calling them steamed hams, even though they're not steamed. He doesn't point out that they're not ham. Yeah? You get it, yeah? They always call them ham. But, you know, hamburgers, but they're not made of ham. You know, what's the... Anyway. Oh, come on. Are you going to do a stream with your cat? Well, I'm trying to teach a Euro truck, but she's just not picking it up. It was so, she's been really patient with me. She's nodded off again now. I'll give her lots of treats before I go to bed. I'll have to get a webcam and just point it at her. Well, that was uneventful. I was hoping to find the... You think they'd have had the memorial, but seemingly not. Maybe they had the big chair instead of the memorial. That older memorial was about the Napoleonic Wars, and this chair must have been about the war with IKEA. Oh, and I was going to have Fat Controller being the mum, saying like, Keith, Keith, the house is on fire. No, Fat Controller, it's just the Northern Lights. Help! Well, Keith, well, Hartley, you are not fellow, but I must say, one day I will turn you into a truck. Is anyone still there? I see 8 people watching. Tell you a set of DVDs I got and I regretted. The Alien Quadrilogy. Because the making ofs and that. Really extensive making ofs and that on it. But when it turned out James Cameron is a total asshole, that just puts me off watching any of his films now. It's always in the back of my mind, you know, watching like fucking Avatar and stuff, that James Cameron's actually a bastard. And he's an absolute twat in this, and the whole thing was really anti-British. They filmed it in Britain, but the whole document, you know, it's just a lot of people mourning about British crew and stuff. It's like, Christ almighty. Right, DragonNet 301's got a job for us. But I've just got to navigate this corner. No, 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 no. Oh shit. Right. A man is driving on the highway when he's pulled over by an officer to say that he won a prize of money for wearing a seatbelt. When the officer asked what the man would buy, he jokingly said, "Maybe I'll get a driver's license." Where? Maybe I'll get a driver's license. The man's wife quickly says to the officer, "Don't listen to him, sir. He's never himself when he's drunk." That's very good. We had a joke when I was in school. I don't drink, I don't swear, and I don't smoke. Oh shit, I left me fags in the pub. That was it. It's not great. Here we are. Fella cleaning the windows there, that's nice to see. Let's get the bad news. Oh, reasonable. Oh, we can add another one. I don't know what eco driving does, but what the hell. Oh, I'm knackered. Okay, doke, guys. I think that's the end of my evening. Up. Oh, I'm knackered. Shall we end on a already played Henry and Gordon? No, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Okay, I'll leave you on one. I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to be cool, and we'll get the Roblox out sooner, and we can have a laugh in a lobby that lets you have more than 10 people. So, don't forget to be cool. Peace. Coupled together, torn apart, Henry and Gordon.
Oh, look, Gordon, it's our friend Edward.
Hello, Edward. What have you been up to today?
Oh, you won't believe what happened to me. Well, let me tell you all about it.
Oi, what the f***? What does it say in the contract? Henry and Gordon are the heroes in every adventure. Every adventure. The kids do not want to see him taking the lead in any story.
Ooh, I get him.
You alright? What have you two f***ing been up to then?
Oi!
What did I just say?
Couple together, torn apart. Henry and Gordon.
Gordon's had his vaccination today. It's quite hard giving an injection to an engine. You've got to find a soft spot to stick it. Were there any after effects, Gordon?
Couple together, torn apart. Henry and Gordon.
Henry's had his vaccination today. It's quite hard giving an injection to an engine. You have to find a hole to stick it. Were there any after effects, Henry?